Yo guys, what's up? As requested, I'm going to review a video by Kiana Docherty, which she made about the carnivore diet.
I wanted to take an open-minded look at the carnivore diet, but let me tell you, that is not easy to do.
This
Why not?
is the carnivore way. Eat meat. This is the health way.
Do you think your ancestors got excited about eating pond scum? Heart, liver, skirt steak,
lamb eyeball,
squirrels, and also some field rats that we're gonna go ahead and cook for Liver King today.
So, what are you gonna do? You know what you're gonna do. You're gonna go carnivore.
And not even because of the meat itself, but because most of the people that push this diet and the logic behind the entire thing is really everything wrong with fad diets. The carnivore diet consists of only animal products, meat, eggs, dairy, and no plant products.
Which vegetables?
I don't really see how, by definition, it would be a fad diet. A fad diet is something that you follow for a while, it's trendy, and then the people stop. An animal-based diet is what humans eat in nature. It's the furthest away from a fad diet.
Are okay to eat? My answer is no.
You wanna heal all those diseases? You go to this. This will heal all.
Is he allowed to say that?
If you wanna stay diseased, you know what you're eating. This. Rice and grains will fry your brains.
That's actually contrary to literally everything I've ever learned about health, so please, tell me more. Okay, you went
How about you tell us more? Give us a health benefit of vegetables. Give just one health benefit. That would be a good start. Of course, you won't be able to.
to the store and he's buying kale.
Nice and blended, throw it in a cup, bright green glorious goodness.
He's throwing the kale in the garbage.
Oh my god, that's a funny video, man.
This is Dr. Robert Kiltz. Now, despite what the two cameras might have,
I've never heard of this guy, but if that was him, he's funny.
this video is sponsored by Atlas VPN. If you use the internet, you should be using a VPN. And today's sponsor, Atlas
VPN is horrible, just like 99% of VPNs, and that's because if law enforcement asks for your IP, they will just give it to them. The whole purpose of a VPN is to keep you anonymous, which most VPNs don't even do. It's absolute nonsense. There's a few which are actually real, though.
Millions of years ago, or hundreds of thousands of years ago, somewhere in between, humans came out of Africa. We came out of the trees.
Wait, what?
Did we get down on all fours and eat the grass? Or did we get in a huddle and plan the hunt to kill and eat the grass eaters? Which one? The second one.
Okay, I'm going to keep playing the clip and I'm not going to stop it. Otherwise, I would be stopping it like every other word. Yeah, just comment your favorite part below.
But we've been duped by the masters. Masters who went to Africa first and captured the slaves and forced those hunters to eat what? When you're fed grass and grains, you want more grass and grains. So now your brain has been completely trashed. So to be a vegan or vegetarian or Mediterranean where you want those things, it's not your fault. You've been drugged.
He's incredibly correct. Wow, I really like this guy.
So plants are actually drugs that the masters know how to feed to the masses to keep them meek. But we're hunters. We're ancient hunters. We've been made meek. It's a simple story.
I don't know where to start with that. There's so much wrong with it. It literally starts with, we came out of the trees and ends with, plants are drugs.
We came out of the trees, so plants are actually drugs.
What can I even say to that?
It's not really wrong to say that plants are drugs. A lot of the drugs which we use nowadays come from plants, as in the chemicals were extracted from the plants and then synthesized in the laboratory. I don't agree about the origin of humans, but whatever.
Question like what timeline of human evolution this guy's talking about, it's giving it way too much credit. Masters, Africa, slaves, mush, millions of years, thousands of years. I am so...
It doesn't really matter what you believe, whether humans are a few 100,000 years old, a million, or whatever, because it's all religious beliefs. The evolution theory is a religious belief. It has zero proof.
So confused, and I feel like Dr. Klitz might be too. And let me remind you, this isn't just some guy. This guy was heading a carnivore conference like a few days ago. You can already see that there may be some major cracks in the foundation of the carnivore diet. As we'll see, the logic of it, at least on TikTok, is very unsound.
No.
Thing is,
What kind of cracks? You didn't provide any points, arguments, or proof yet. Literally nothing yet.
I'm not anti-meat by any means. I personally think that humans are omnivores. I think that the evidence is very strong that we are omnivores. But I still think that a range of diets can be healthy and that the data supports that a range of diets can be healthy. So like I said, I'm coming into this, I'm not even really biased against it. I was really trying to take an open-minded look at the carnivore diet.
It's not being open-minded when you say that there's cracks in the carnivore diet, but then provide zero proof and simply laugh at the guy for no reason at all. You literally said nothing yet. That's pretty weird. It really shows that you have some kind of issues.
But as we'll see, it is simply too flawed to take seriously, and a lot of that is due to the various personalities that promote it.
What is flawed about it? The personalities? That's why a diet is flawed, because of the personalities. How on earth does that make any sense?
Like Dr. Kiltz and many, many more.
We know that this is what we've all been eating. Fruit, fiber, vegetables, seeds, and nuts.
We have? Would it kill this guy to do a Google search before he speaks? Last time I checked, the issue was getting people to eat more of those things because most people were not eating enough of them.
And we're all getting disease.
How are most people not eating enough vegetables or seeds? A typical diet is made out of over 50% seeds. In Europe, in the US, Canada, Australia, all of those incredibly brainwashed countries, they eat a lot of vegetables. Even if you buy a burger, there's salad, tomatoes, which is a fruit. Inside, they always stuff everything full of plants. There's soybeans everywhere nowadays also. A standard American diet is around 80% plants. That's why people there are so sick and obese.
ADHD, OCD, dementia, dyslexia, depression, anxiety, fear, worry, and more.
So I'm guessing he's saying these two things are connected?
That's the cause of disease. As I said, it's likely the consumption of plants.
Oh, okay. Based on what exactly? Like, what? Look at this caption. You want to be healthy, eat fatty meat, and then eat some more. No fruit, fiber, veggies, nuts, or seeds necessary. In fact, I'd argue any of those things in...
I wouldn't say that fruit is necessary. It's arguable, but the rest is for sure not necessary, obviously, because vegetables don't exist in nature. The vegetables that we eat nowadays, literally none of them exist. So it was never part of our natural food. There's no argument even needed there. It's just completely done, debunked. Nuts, again, all of them are cultivated. The ones that we eat nowadays don't even exist in nature. Seeds, inedible, don't exist in nature. Fruits do exist in nature. The wild kind is still edible sometimes. A lot of it is, of course, also cultivated nowadays. And most of the garbage that you can buy in Europe, in the US, is all fake.
Any frequency or significance is the leading cause of disease. Any frequency, leading cause of disease? Those are some very, very bold claims, sir. Claims that I assume you have the evidence to back up.
You know where this garbage belongs.
So I guess that's a no?
So plants are actually drugs.
What? Why are there so many people that don't understand?
That's really funny because she hasn't provided any evidence yet whatsoever. Not even an argument or even one little point. Nothing. She just laughs at the people. She smiles, which really just shows her ignorance.
What it is to make an argument these days. This guy is a literal doctor. You can't just say stuff like that with zero evidence to back it up. I feel like in ancient Greece, civilians probably just conversed in proper argument format. And in the modern world, this guy is trying to convince me that vegetables are going to kill me because he said so.
The irony is absolutely crazy here.
It's kind of crazy to think that eating plants are bad for us. They kill you from the inside out. Stop eating plants. Start eating meat.
You gotta give me something to work off here, man. I'm trying to hear you out, but I also strive to be a rational person. And that's the thing. It's crazy that this diet is getting this level of attention when this is the quality of the thinking that's gone into it.
There's actually studies, which I also linked in my videos in the past, actually tons of them, which prove that vegetables are toxic to humans. Obviously, vegetables and seeds are the least nutritious foods there are. They have tons of anti-nutrients, which have been proven over and over again to be harmful to humans, obviously, to all animals. Come on, Jesus. Except for the animals which are actually designed to eat those foods, such as birds, but we should be eating bird food, obviously. Every animal is supposed to eat the food which they are designed to eat. Vegetables are full of pesticides nowadays, and even though those are artificial, it is still something that you have to consider, seeing as over 90% of plants that you will buy will be full of pesticides. They are incredibly harmful for your health. It is so easy to understand that plants have a lot of side effects, and even though this is not an argument against eating meat and some kind of plants don't have over 50 nutrients, which means that you cannot eat solely plants, which would be a vegan diet.
Now, one thing, as I mentioned, this guy is a real doctor, so obviously that accounts for a lot. Though doctors have led me astray before.
Magic is make-believe, but this little bean has scientists saying they found a magic weight loss cure for every body type.
Do you believe there's a magic weight loss cure out there?
We have a doctor that's telling the nation today that actually you don't need to lose weight and you can be healthy.
Oh my God, enough with the fat around the organs. That is not a real thing. It is made up.
What's the standard American diet? I'll tell you. It's what we've all been eating globally.
Oh, so everyone around the world eats the standard American diet. Okay.
A standard American diet recommended by...
Not everywhere on Earth, but in Europe, you do eat the so-called standard American diet. It's really the same. All of this junk that we eat comes from the US anyway. It's the worst country on Earth. and it basically destroyed most countries on Earth.
By a standard American doctor. I know there's a little faux pas there.
This comment. This guy seems a little confused.
It's plant-based, very little animal products. It's mostly fish and chicken and lean, and there's no fatty red meat.
Sir, that is very famously not the standard American diet. The standard American diet looks more like this. What you're describing is actually more similar to the Mediterranean diet, which has plenty of evidence linking it to good health.
Go to an all-meat nutritional solution to be the healthy lioness in lion.
Sir, what if I'm not a lion and I'm instead a Homo sapien? I should still only eat meat? I have so many questions. Where did this diet even come from? Why is everyone eating
This is so incredibly funny because the Mediterranean diet is meat-based, especially in the parts of Spain. Spain is one of the countries where humans consume the most meat, which is why they also have the highest longevity on Earth. She's really debunking herself without even really trying. She's not even really providing any arguments. She's unconsciously agreeing with the guy because she doesn't understand what a Mediterranean diet is. In Italy, they also eat incredibly much fish, goat meat, cheese, and then a few olives here and there, but it's again animal-based. Everywhere on Earth, also if you look at the blue zones, Italy is part of that, some parts of Italy, then you will see that they eat an animal-based diet everywhere in the blue zones. You can look at the Californians, for example. The 7-day Adventists, the vegans have the lowest longevity, and the meat eaters have the highest longevity.
Experts agree that early humans definitely ate meat. Some experts think we ate a lot of meat, other experts think it was more mixed, while virtually no experts think that we were pure vegetarian.
Yeah, this is how brainwashed humans are nowadays. Of course, nobody used to cook meat. We always ate raw meat. Jesus.
No, thank you. Why do you not eat mammoth? Oh, me doing this thing, this little Plaisto diet thing right now.
What that?
It's stupid fad diet.
No. So yeah, early humans ate meat. No argument from me there. But experts also seem to agree that early humans were omnivores. Why does that fact seem to be being conveniently ignored?
Humans simply ate whatever they could find. If they were starving, they would even dig up root vegetables and possibly try to cook them, whatever. But the main thing that humans wanted were animal organs and blood. If that wasn't available for the lower ranks, so to speak, if you were in a tribe, then you would be eating the muscle meat, or even worse.
This is what I ate today on my raw meat lifestyle. As I'm doing my morning routine, I'm reminded of the tragic fact that many people start their mornings with a big hot cup of toxic bean juice.
Now, this girl isn't considered to be a carnivore authority, but she's pretty fun, so I had to include her.
What if we all replaced our espresso shots with a shot of raw liver?
So coffee is toxic bean juice, but she chases raw liver.
Yeah, so coffee is toxic bean juice. Again, no argument, man. What a stupid video. Really, why do you make a video without giving any points whatsoever? Just say something at least. Again, I don't even want to hear about a study. Just give an argument, anything, just some words even.
With Doritos soda and cooks the liver in syrup. I feel like most of the carnivores are trolling, but it's scary that you can't be sure. That's not even the worst of it either. This carnivore's logic also includes gazing directly into the sun.
An introduction to sun gazing. Find a comfortable spot with an unobstructed view of the sun. Feel the sun on your closed eyelids and slowly open.
Man, please don't do that. Don't do prehistoric humans like that either. They were smart enough to know not to do that.
Oh my god, I can hardly even watch this video anymore. You think that prehistoric humans, what the hell is that even, used to not watch the sunrise or the sunset? Really? Literally every human on Earth always used to watch the sunrise and the sunset. How ignorant can you possibly get? Wow. That's how I healed my eyesight, by the way.
But that's what I'm saying. There's no rules here. There's no logic to the whole thing. Like, what is with all the vegetable hate?
Cabbage?
How is there no logic? The sunrise and the sunset are pretty much the most beautiful things that a human being can experience, view on this earth. Why on earth would you not watch it? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's literally super logical to do that. Again, no arguments, of course. Oh man, this girl is really something.
Is bullshit. Broccoli is bullshit.
Kale is bullshit.
Wow, a person standing at the grocery store wearing
That's a cool t-shirt.
a vegan guy at the grocery store.
Where are you going to get choline from? Where are you going to get creatine from? Where are you going to get plants? No, there's no creatine in plants. Where are you going to get carnitine from? Where are you going to get anserine and taurine? Where are you going to get vitamin K2? You ever heard of vitamin K2?
I'm telling you, all our food is in plants.
No.
All our herbs in.
You can't stand in the vegetable section with an
That's cool. I've never seen the video. Really nice.
antagonistic t-shirt on, eyes bugged right out of your skull, picking fights with people trying to buy vegetables. That is so out of line. Imagine a vegan standing in the meat section yelling meat is murder and harassing you while you're just trying to buy your weenies. No matter what side you're on, it's equally not cool. Also, is he not wearing shoes? Comment. Yes, I always take it.
Yeah, why would he be wearing shoes? What the hell is wrong with this slave? He probably didn't start a fight with him. Why would you assume that? He was walking around, the guy probably talked to him. It's a funny t-shirt, maybe he felt offended, which really means that the other guy was starting a fight, if anything. If you feel offended by something, you're gonna start a fight. Paul Saladino just walks around with his t-shirt, he's enjoying life, he's happy, you can tell. He eats a lot of meat, man, the guy is living his life. I used to walk around with a t-shirt saying veganism equals malnutrition and go vegan and die. Nobody ever really felt offended by it. From what I can tell, maybe they didn't dare to talk to me, but even if they were somewhat offended, what does it matter? It's not as if I ever did it because I wanted to start a fight with something. You're just expressing yourself. It's just weird.
Advice from people walking around barefoot. This guy, Paul Saladino, calls himself Carnivore MD and seems to be one of the main, if not the main, authority on the topic of carnivore diets. I know he's been around for a while, but this was my first introduction to him, and I just wonder, what about this starter pack made him think that this was a reasonable, authoritative move?
This is not good for humans, despite what you've been told. Get it out of your diet, you'll feel better. Kale is bullshit. Get your kale is bullshit shirt and make everybody in the grocery store curious and look at you just like they're looking at me as I'm waving kale around here. You know what's up.
Paul has also been prone to wearing no shirt at the grocery store. Like, dude, you're disturbing the peace. Modern society might be wrong about some things, but no shirt, no shoes, no service is not one of them. People have the right to buy their groceries without your juices all over them. The thing is, though, we've been so horribly wrong about basically everything.
I also used to do that, but they really didn't like it at the stores in Germany.
Last I looked, all vegetables, fruit, fibers, seeds, and nuts are mostly sugar, which causes glycation and damages your body. Stop eating plants.
No.
How do you know, bros? How do you know? That's a nice story. Sounds plausible enough. Where's the evidence? Thing is, vegetables have a lot of solid data linking them to good health. That's an undeniable fact. Tons of studies linking them to good health, which is another major...
Have you read them yourself? Can you give any points or arguments as to how vegetables are healthy? No.
Issue with carnivore thinking. For some reason, these guys have decided that every bit of evidence that contradicts their beliefs just doesn't count. Of course, all the evidence linking red meat to...
No, you gotta understand, I assume that Paul Saladino and all of them are open to it. People who eat differently, which is really just naturally, but it's different because we live in a slave society, are open-minded. They would listen to you if you would actually provide some kind of arguments. I'm waiting this whole video for your arguments or for your proof. You're just saying, there's tons of studies which say the vegetables are healthy. Okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. That doesn't change my mind. I'm open to it. I really want to hear it. Because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe man-made vegetables, which don't exist in nature, are healthy. I'm laughing about it, but maybe it's true. I'm very open-minded to anything in life. But give these studies, give some proof. It's the same with exercise. I've made over 10 videos for sure, maybe close to 15 already, about how exercise is unhealthy. I'm still waiting for one health benefit, just one, not two, just one, of a health benefit of exercise. Just give me one. But nobody has been able to. And that already proves to me, if thousands of people watch my videos and none of them can give me a health benefit of exercising, then I know that there's no benefits.
Ill health also doesn't count. And like I said, nutrition science is messed up in so many ways, and there are so many nuances that it really is hard to say one thing one way or another. These red meat studies could be very wrong, but they could also be very right, and these studies exist. You can't just write off and ignore all evidence contrary to your belief and then cite one-off cherry-picked sources to support your hypothesis. Like, what are the rules of this carnivore world? Case in point, Paul Saladino...
There shouldn't be any rules like that. The only so-called rules which we should follow should be the laws of nature. If a food is unnatural and literally doesn't exist in nature, then we shouldn't eat it. If it's something which we naturally crave, then we should eat it. All natural food is healthy, all unnatural food is unhealthy. Why would you need a study for that, which you can't even provide anyway?
Current rendition of the carnivore diet.
Eat beef. and fruit. This is the simplest version of an animal-based diet. Anyone can do this.
So his version of carnivore is not just meat-based, it also includes fruit and honey, which sounds like a very healthy addition. But let's listen to his explanation for why.
Fruit. Sweet, colorful, clearly plants want to sweet their fruit. Fruit contains the least amount of defense chemicals, in stark contrast to things like vegetables, into which plants...
Just so you understand, the biological definition of a carnivore is an animal that eats at least 20% raw meat. Paul Saladino eats some raw meat, so let's just say that he's a carnivore. We are all carnivores biologically, but not everybody eats the way a carnivore does in nature. The carnivore diet is man-made, which consists of basically only cooked meat, which humans don't even eat in nature. It's a completely man-made diet, it really doesn't matter. And what he eats right now, which is mostly cooked meat, some raw meat and fruit, is not the carnivore diet, obviously.
But many more defense chemicals because they don't want you to eat those things. Plants do want you to eat fruit.
I mean, hey, sounds plausible, right?
This video was somewhat funny because of how ignorant she is, but it was not informative. I didn't learn anything from it. And as I said, I was open-minded during the whole video because I'm generally open-minded. If there's any proof that vegetables are good for us, or any plants for that matter, if they are necessary to be healthy, then please show me this evidence. You could have easily done that during the video. The video is pretty long, but yet you didn't provide any proof whatsoever for your beliefs, which means that you religiously believe what you believe. And that's, of course, actually more so a sign of being close-minded, seeing as you believe something, but you don't know why. You cannot provide any proof as to why you believe it, which is what you showed during this video. Why would anybody take your beliefs seriously, seeing as they are based on nothing? If this was supposed to be a comedic video, then I could understand it, but it really seems like she believes that she's informing people by saying that the diets are debunked because of the so-called personalities behind it, which is the weakest possible argument you can give. It's not even an argument, really. Thanks for watching.